So at the end of every year, I like to do a little assessment. So this was 2024's books. Every book with an asterisk is a contender for Howard's top 5. So I bring you to my office because this is actually where I have most of my books. I'm a huge reader. I probably read 100 books a year that have nothing to do with my work. So when I first moved into this office, I really wanted to be strategic. So over here, I have perhaps the most kind of tangential types of books to my work. So this is Black women's history, Black labor history, and Black cultural studies. Just a stone's throw away from my desk are the things that I am engaging with most often. Down at the bottom, I have binders for every class that I've ever taught, as well as textbooks about African American history and African American culture. This is my first book. It's Midwest Unrest. This book came to me as really the product of being a Black person who grew up in the Midwest. This book was also very much influenced in part by my parents. They both told me their stories, and based on who they were as individuals, based on where they grew up, they had 2 very different interpretations of it. And that made me begin to really parse out how everybody is participating or witnessing the urban uprisings at those intersections of their race, their class, their gender, or their regional identities. I think children's literature is way, way undervalued. Because I do a lot of hard history, love this book, Milo Imagines the World. It's basically encouraging us all to not think about the world as we see it. He's riding on a bus, but imagine a whole new world. This book, Soil, beautiful, beautiful book. The one that was a gut punch of a line for me was, gardens, history, and hope are the same. Though once dearly beloved, if left unattended, without anyone's dedication and care, much will totally be lost. And I just think about that a lot, tying to Milo Imagines the World, thinking about hope as an everyday practice, as a discipline. Another book that I just adore is Abena and the Important Men. And this was one of the first books to really come out as a graphic history. And what's so powerful is the entire thing is constructed from a single primary document. And that really gets at the idea that history is both an act of investigation and an act of imagination. We can see the documents, but we may not know how people were feeling. We don't know in what context they created this. As you can tell, I love books and I could talk about them, but that act of reading is what helps us connect to people across the world, and most importantly, connect with ourselves, because it helps us understand who we are and where we want to be.